welcome back to the channel. So it's been a year since I did my last top 10 states for gun owners video, so I decided I'd do another one. And this year I've taken some advice from the comments and added a few different metrics in, so be sure and stay tuned to the end and we'll go over all that. But let's take a look at the top 10 states for gun owners in 2021. Number 10, Texas. Everyone really gives Texas way more credit than it deserves when it comes to gun rights, but they finally did manage to get constitutional carry passed this year, so that helped push them into my top 10. In 2020, there were nearly 2.5 million NICS background checks performed there, and so far in 2021, there have been another 1.5 million. In Texas, there are over 11,000 FFLs, and that works out to about one gun shop for every 2,500 residents. Gun laws in Texas are definitely improving, but they still do lack a little compared to most of the states on this list. First for me would be to get rid of the stupid 30-06 and 30-07 signs. Surprisingly, Texas is an affordable state to live in. They come in at number 18 for cost of living, which is 8.5% below the national average. The median income in Texas is $40,075, a little over $3,000 less than the national average, and unemployment in Texas is still high at 5.9% as of August of 2021. Texas ranked number 38 for quality of life. Number 9, Arizona. Arizona has been known for some time as one of the best states for gun owners to live in. The firearm laws there really can't get much better. They're a constitutional carry state with strong stand your ground laws. In Arizona, there are 3,564 FFLs, working out to about one gun shop for every 2,000 residents. There were over 660,000 NICS checks performed there in 2020 and another 430,000 this year so far. Arizona ranks number 24 in cost of living at just 3% below the national average. The median income in Arizona is $39,500, nearly $4,000 below the national average. Arizona ranks number 34 for quality of life. Unemployment in Arizona was 6.2% in August. Number 8, Tennessee. Tennessee is another state that got constitutional carry earlier this year. They also have very good gun laws, and they seem to be getting even better. In Tennessee, there were nearly 1 million NICS checks performed last year, and just over 725,000 so far this year. There are 3,152 FFLs there, and that makes it about one gun shop for every 2,200 residents. Tennessee is a beautiful state that ranks 6th for cost of living, coming in at 11.3% below the national average, so it is a very affordable state to live in. Unemployment was 4.6% in August, and the median income in Tennessee is $40,000, $3,200 below the national average. Tennessee ranked number 30 for quality of life. Number 7, Oklahoma. Of course, I will get blamed for being partisan to my state of Oklahoma, but we really do have some of the best gun laws in the country. Big thanks to OK2A for all the effort they've been putting in for the last several years getting that done. Oklahoma is a constitutional carry state with all-around really good gun laws. There are 2,218 FFL holders here, and that's giving us one gun shop for every 1,784 residents. In 2020, there were 470,000 NICS checks performed, and so far this year, we are at 305,000. Oklahoma ranks number 43 in quality of life. The median income in Oklahoma is $40,400, almost $3,000 under the national average, but the cost of living here is much cheaper at 13% below the national average, ranking us number 3. Unemployment is at just 3.2%, one of the lowest in the country, as it has been throughout the entire pandemic. Number 6, Wyoming. Probably one of my favorite states to visit. Wyoming is an awesome state for gun owners. I mean, they have the Cody Firearms Museum, and if you've never been there, that should be on your bucket list. Wyoming is a constitutional carry state, also with excellent gun laws. There are plenty of gun shops here to go around. With 902 FFLs, that works out to one for every 641 residents. Wyoming had 91,000 NICS checks in 2020 and 63,000 so far this year. Wyoming ranks number 10 for cost of living, coming in at 10.7% below the national average, and the median income in Wyoming is $42,100. Unemployment was 4.9% in August, and Wyoming ranks number 31 for quality of living. Number 5, Montana. Now we go to another beautiful state. Montana is another one of the states that are getting better gun laws every year, getting constitutional carry just this year. There are 1,500 FFLs in Montana, giving you one gun shop for every 712 residents. There were over 172,000 NICS checks last year and 119,000 so far this year. Montana ranks number 29 for quality of life, and the median income in Montana is $39,000. Unemployment in Montana was 3.5%. The cost of living in Montana, though, is rather high compared to most all these states on this list. Coming in at 7% above the national average, it's ranked at number 34. Number 4, Missouri. The Show Me State has consistently been a good state for gun owners. Missouri is a constitutional carry state with great gun laws. There are 4,181 FFLs, giving them one gun shop for every 1,467 residents. As for NICS checks in Missouri, they had 708,000 last year and 473,000 so far this year. Unemployment in Missouri was 4% in August, and the median income there is $40,050. Missouri ranks number 4 for cost of living at 12.9% below the national average, and Missouri ranked number 28 for quality of life. Number 3, Utah. 2021 was a good year for several states when it comes to gun rights. Utah is another one that got constitutional carry this year. The gun laws are really good in Utah all around, much like all the states on this list. There were 1,217,000 NICS checks there in 2020, and so far this year, they've had 916,000. There are 1,584 FFLs in Utah, giving them one gun shop for every 2,023 residents. Utah ranks number 4 for quality of life, so I'm guessing people there are pretty happy. Unemployment in Utah is the second lowest in the country at 2.6% in August of 2021. Their cost of living is a little high there, and that's at 1.6% under the national average, so that ranks them number 27. And the median income in Utah is $40,606. Number 2, Idaho. The Gem State ranked high on my list last year, and nothing's really changed this year. Idaho is still a wonderful state for gun owners with constitutional carry and great gun laws. There are 1,570 FFLs in Idaho, which works out to one gun shop for every 1,138 residents. There were 281,000 NICS checks performed there in 2020 and 206,000 so far this year. Idaho is ranked number 16 for quality of life, and the cost of living in Idaho is not horrible. They rank at number 19 at 7.7% below the national average. The median income is $42,102. Unemployment in Idaho was only 2.9% in August. All right, before we get to number 1, I want to take a quick break here just to remind you all to smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you think I've earned it, and if you think someone else will enjoy it, share it out. That helps more than anything. All right, let's get to number 1. And number 1, New Hampshire. New Hampshire is the only state in the Northeast that actually respects your 2A rights. They have great gun laws and are a constitutional carry state. And yes, I know Maine and Vermont are both constitutional carry states also, but they both have red flag laws, and Vermont has a magazine capacity ban. In New Hampshire, there are 1,212 FFLs, working out to one gun shop for every 1,121 residents. There were 174,662 NICS checks performed in 2020, and so far this year, they're at 116,500. New Hampshire does have a very high cost of living at 9.7% above the national average, causing them to rank at number 37. But the median income is also well above the national average at $48,226, so that helps offset that high cost of living. New Hampshire has the second best quality of life out of all 50 states. Unemployment is also very low at 3%. Well, I hope you enjoyed this year's list, and now let's go over some of the things I did change in this year from last year. And if you didn't see last year's list and want to go back and look at it, I'll put a link down in the description below to that. And there will also be links to all the different sites I use to get this data as far as the cost of living and all that stuff. There'll be links down below, so if you want to see where your state ranks, go right ahead. And I did change a few things in this. I added quality of life. I took a few things out. Just because of comments from last year's video, I went ahead and changed it to suit you guys better. And I will remind you that the NICS checks don't necessarily mean that's the number of guns sold. That's just a good indicator of how the gun sales have been going. And also the FFLs per state don't necessarily equate to the number of gun shops, but it's the closest we can get. So it's kind of just an idea of that stuff. Now, when it came to ranking the states by gun rights, I went ahead and just took all the constitutional carry states. I mean, to be honest, at this point, there's 21 constitutional carry states. There's no reason that any state that's not a constitutional carry state should make the top 10. I mean, just to be fair. Now, there were a few constitutional carry states like Maine and Vermont that got kicked out just because of red flag laws. But I went ahead and took all them first and ranked it off that. I didn't rank all 50. I just ranked the constitutional carry states only. and that kind of saved me a lot of time, to be honest. And if there's any other different metrics you'd like to see in next year's video, make sure you leave a comment below, or if you think I got something wrong, tell me about it below. I appreciate y'all watching,